Over the years, each one of my personal training clients has come to me for the same reason. Though all have had vastly different experiences with fitness and, at first glance, their stories sound wildly different, they're actually quite similar. Trevor was an athlete in high school, but a marriage, promotion, and 2 kids happened, and all of a sudden, he hadn't worked out in 10 years. Claire had never worked out, and it took her 6 months to contact me because she imagined she had to be in shape before she could ask a professional for help. She was afraid that she'd never be able to keep up with what I programmed for her unless she got a head start. Vince had maintained a successful workout routine on his own, but despite 5-mile runs every morning, an hour's worth of high-intensity interval training (HIIT) every evening, and a very strict diet, he was becoming weak, disinterested, and exhausted. Polly had successfully lost a massive amount of weight, just by running and taking Zumba classes. But as time went on, she had to do more and more to keep the weight off, and she felt increasingly sick, tired, and achy. You may be scratching your head and thinking, these people have nothing in common. Ah, but they do. All 4 of them perceived exercise as unmanageable. For each one, fitness had become stressful, unruly, or draining. As a result, 2 chose to not exercise at all, and 2 chose to exercise harder. But none of them considered exercise to be enjoyable, vivifying, or revitalizing. And when that happens, exercise is not helping. The only way exercise will become inspiring, invigorating, and truly stress-relieving over the long term is if you use it to connect with yourself. Is moderation key? Many of us harbor the belief that more exercise equals better health. But if left unchecked, more just turns into too much to handle. And when exercise becomes a stress contributor instead of a stress reliever, it won't fit into a long-term routine. Whatever volume of athletic training Trevor was once doing became unsustainable once he started adulting. Claire imagined that being able to do a push-up was a prerequisite for starting personal training, but had no idea how she'd get there. Vince thought the key to unlocking his inner Superman lay just 1 more mile off in the distance. And Polly was constantly trying to outrun further weight gain. Successfully maintaining a fitness routine is not just a matter of motivation, opportunity, or know-how. It's a matter of whether or not your exercise routine adds value to your life. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings I've encountered in my time as a personal trainer. People make exercise much more stressful than it should be, and they think they need more volume or intensity than they actually do. Thus, exercise becomes a burden, rather than an invigorating support. This usually happens through no fault of your own. I blame it on a society that has glorified fit bodies and demonized fat ones. If exercise is good, and Americans as a whole are largely unhealthy, does that mean that the more unhealthy you are, the more exercise you need? That seems to be the prevailing idea, even if it isn't consciously acknowledged. But that makes exercise sound like a punishment, like a penance for sins you've committed. Your shortcoming is that you're not fit enough, but you can earn your way back by sweating your ass off. For many of us, fitness has become a process of atonement for the immoral act of being unhealthy. It is the price we pay to earn social acceptance. It is the cover charge we owe before we can feel safe in our bodies. No wonder it has become so stressful. Exercise is a means to an end often. When exercise becomes unmanageable, it's because it has become a means to an end, rather than something that allows you to stay in the moment with your body. If your workout helps you compensate for a deep-seated feeling of inadequacy, you're ignoring or overlooking how much strength you actually do have, right now, in this moment. If you're exercising because you want to lose weight, you might try to speed up the process by working out 6 times per week instead of 3. In doing so, you'll jeopardize your recovery and, paradoxically, make it even harder to lose weight. If your fitness routine becomes the lifelong chase for the thing which you do not have, it will ask more and more of you, until you have nothing left to give. The type of exercise you actually need, the workout that will make you healthiest, is the workout that celebrates the thing which you already have. The only way exercise will become inspiring, invigorating, and truly stress-relieving over the long term is if you use it to connect with yourself. It should teach you how to listen to your body, to understand when it needs a break or a push forward. It should make you feel empowered, strong, gentle, compassionate, and patient with yourself. So before you launch your way into a tough workout that makes you miserable, pause and consider how movement can help you celebrate yourself today.